it's Stephanie here from Oh You're Lovely, and today, since last tutorial went so well when we were winging it, I almost said when we wung it, no, when we were winging it, we're going to do that again today, but with a wreath. Today's tutorial, we're going to use this lovely wood piece. You can actually find this in our shop, and we purposely made this as is to work with Sola flowers. So we've got this nice, thin, kind of more modern wreath kind of vibe. We're gonna do a fun technique on this, but I'm gonna show you at the end another thing that you can do with this that I absolutely love. And then this lovely wide piece is perfect for greenery and Sola flowers. All right, let's jump into it. For today's tutorial, oh gosh guys, it's gonna be one of those again, you are going to need a wreath of some sort. I mean, this is a lovely one, right, from ohyourlovely.com, but whatever wreath you wanna work with, okay, cool. Then you're also gonna need paint of some sort for this technique that we're going to do. We're going to use my fun, not ever really, doesn't get the respect it deserves, rice glue. Love this stuff. I think I'm probably the only person in the universe who knows about it, but we're gonna use this. We'll also need some scrapers for the rice glue and one of my other favorites, napkins. Yes, we're doing that again, you guys. It's gonna be amazing. All right, oh, and then Sola flowers and greenery, of course, and over here, since we're gonna play, I just have a big slew of stuff. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out, but that's half the fun, right? So I've already separated my napkin and kind of cut it to size. This particular napkin is a 2-ply, so what that means is there's 2 layers, and it says right on the packaging. So you take and you just roll off, and this is always difficult with my nails now, but you just roll off, there we go, the one piece to the other piece. Typically, napkins are 2 to 3 ply, so get all of the extra paper off, and this is what we're gonna work with. Now, before I put down my napkin, because I really want that blue to pop, I am going to just put a base coat of paint on here. I don't know if it's absolutely necessary, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a technique where we use a paper napkin or some paper towel. That's the word I'm looking for. And I'm just dabbing on a little bit of glue. Golly, you guys, do you hear all these words that are not correct? I'm gonna put a little bit of paint, just a little bit, and I'm gonna just smooth that on there. And when I do it with the paper towel or napkin, the paint dries even faster than what it does when you're doing a light coat with a paintbrush for some reason, which is lovely, because we don't need a ton, we just need a little bit. We just wanna brighten this up just a tinge. So put just a little bit more. You don't want a ton of paint, so be careful. And I'm gonna probably get a big glob. I can already feel it. The universe, come on universe. There we go. So a little bit goes a long way for this because we're just gonna lighten this up. I'm not gonna even mess with the big base that I have for where the flowers are gonna go. I'm not worried about that. We're gonna cover that all up. All right, so this is gonna dry in 2 seconds, and we're gonna pop our napkin on next. All right, so with the napkin, yeah, this is already dry. I kind of cut out an idea of how I want to place this on here. So there, and then once I get that part on, I'm just gonna position the other piece. Once I get the first one glued on there, but we want to make sure we cover all the spots. Yeah, we will. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna get the glue in place first. So a little bit, again, goes a long way. For this one, we just want to make sure that we're kind of paying attention to our edges. I probably didn't need to go all the way up on that top yet, but that's all right, we already did it. I'm gonna take my little glue scraper, and I'm just gonna rub that all the way through, grab all my edges, and I'm scraping up the excess that's kind of going over the sides, because I don't want that, because then we're gonna get our napkin kind of hanging on the sides. We're just gonna bring it on through and then scrape up whatever excess glue that's there. So now you have about 1.5 shots to lay this down, and you can lift it up like once before you're pretty much kind of set in place. We're gonna move that because I just realized I've got the lettering at the edge of the napkin. I don't want that there. So we're gonna lift it up one more time. There we go. When you lift it up, you get the chance of more wrinkles, basically. The more times you have to lift it up to fix it, the more times you get more glue attached to it, and it brings up more wrinkles. All right, I'm gonna lightly pat that. My palm. If you have a wide enough napkin, you'd be able to go all the way across, no problem, and not have to worry about the pattern. But for this one, the napkin was just a little small, but I really wanted to use this napkin. So now I'm gonna let this sit for probably about, normally I let it sit for a couple hours to fully dry, but with the joys of a YouTube tutorial, we're gonna snap our fingers and then it'll be dry. All right, so it's dry for the most part, and I've already started sanding off. So I'm using 120 grit, you could use 100. It doesn't really matter all that much. And what you wanna do is go in a downward motion. And this is where my face makes funny faces, so enjoy. And we're just gonna let those roll right off the edge. In the corners, I'm gonna kind of go down in a downward motion, get up that, and I'm just gonna tear this across because I didn't put any glue over here except for just a little spot. I'm gonna just sand that off. Clean up the edges. Ow, look how cute that is! Okay, and while I was waiting for the glue to dry, kind of got an idea of the colors that we're gonna work with. So we've got, I'm gonna pull colors from the Wreath decal, the pattern itself. So we've got some like bright pinks. We've got like a kind of a terracotta kind of coral a little bit. Got some yellow, peaches, whites, all that fun stuff. So let's bring the camera on back down and we'll start gluing on all the fun stuff. Oh, that's so pretty. All right, like most things, I'm gonna start with the Greenery first. And we have most of the Greenery you'll find right at ooyourelovely.com. I'm using a combination of ruscus as well as, oh, I can't remember. It's like white berry something. That's what that's called. Something like that. So we're gonna lay this all down first. And what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kinda fluff. And we're gonna do a mirror effect, I'm thinking. So what I put on one side, I put on the other side for the most part, just to kind of fill in that space. And then we're gonna put the flowers in on top. Once I have a better idea of what I'm doing, then we'll actually glue everything. So I have these flowers from a different project that had already been glued onto Greenery. I think I'm gonna use those to fill in that middle. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, you guys kind of see what's going on here? All right, let's get to gluing. Hopefully Victor's warmed up. Oh, seriously? Come on, dude. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay, we're good. Let's get to gluing. Have we ever formally introduced Vikram? My glue gun is named Vikram. Yes, he is. And recently, I had the request to put googly eyes on him. And it makes me so stinking happy. want to make sure too when I'm doing this that I'm not just going straight on a row. I'm going to bring some things into the sides as well to give a little bit more dimension. Alright guys, this is where we're at the moment. I do want to add in a pop of yellow, so I am going to use Billy Balls. I got a couple of those. I think I need at least 3. Oh, son of a biscuit, I forgot to add in this. This is actually the bleach ruscus that we tested out recently to use spray paint on it to change colors, and it works so well. I need to add some of that in there too. All right, so we've got some Billy Balls, got some ruscus that has now been dyed another color. We'll add that in there as well. I just like putting the glue straight onto the stem of the Billy Ball and then just slide it in there and let it catch something. Normally it works, sometimes it doesn't. For the ruscus that is this pretty mauvey pink. Forgot about it. Let's see if we can get it in and it makes it work still. We'll see. It's just so cute. There are some smaller pieces too. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this to work the way we want. Hopefully just slide a couple pieces in here and there. Strip the stem that we have a longer bottom base. Slide it in. All right, there we go. I think we're good. All right, let's take a look. All right, guys, here she is. Look at how pretty. You can just do it whatever direction you want. Now I didn't glue some of the things in at the end. So if I start twirling it and it falls out, it's because I didn't glue. So do as I say, not as I do. Glue your stuff in. But, oh, it's so pretty. And you guys, I wanted to show you an alternative that you can use with these wreaths because we designed it purposely for that as well, is you can make these lovely wood bead wreaths. But what you want to do is you can get these round beads that are half. They're cut in half, they sit flush, so you could put them all around the edge of this. It's the perfect size for that. So you can have this like chic-y kind of farmhouse vibe bead wreath, but you don't have to deal with the beads going through the wire. Like I've done that one. It can be a pain in the tuchus. So now you can do that with this wonderful wreath form that we have in the shop. Super, super Simon. If you want to see how this came together, we actually do have a Facebook Live with this one, but we used a different wreath form before we designed this one for the shop. So there you go. All right, guys, if you're loving these tutorials, can't get enough, want to know when the next one goes live, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell. And to find out about the 150 style Sola flowers as well as craft supplies and greenery, go to ohyourelovely.com. And until next time, this is Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye, guys.